it's racing day, so loud out here I can't hear a thing. Man, the fans are going wild. And these drivers came to rock, and no place else but Fox knows how to do it NASCAR style.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Hey, now, here we go, race day. Don't you be going slow. Keep that pedal down on the floor. Push it to the top, can't take no more. Big hair, since the flag came down. Be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Hey, since the flag came down. Be here.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the final regular season race for the Oreo Truck Series. We are about to, after this race, find out what 12 drivers will be in the Season 1 Oreo Truck Series Chase for the Championship. On the pole for today's race in a brand new number 5 ride for Schwab Racing is Logan Wilson. He's got the pole. He's actually a go or go homer and gets the pole for today's race. To his outside is going to be Adam Chambers. In second position, in the second row, Adam Rose is coming in to fill in the 91 for this race for Jordan Hester, and Nick Eggleston will roll off on the outside of row 4. Let's give you a look at the starting lineup, and then we're going to take a look at the points as they stand right now to see who has a chance to fall out of the stands and who has a chance to maybe move in with the race here at New Hampshire today. So Wilson and Chambers, they're row 1. Row 2 is Adam Rose and Nick Eggleston. Then we've got Wyatt Johnston in row 3 with Christian Janes. Brandon Gonzalez will roll off in 7th with Timmy Pacioli 8th. 9th, Daniel Schwab and Noah Kars in 10th. Then it's Brittany Poe and Matthew Rodriguez making up row 6. Row 7 with Lisa Shears and Andrew Gonzalez. Row 8 will be Martin Zakala and Robert Bann. Row 9, Alex Filter and Michael Harvey. In row 10 is going to be Mark George and Jake Cole. Row 11, Matt Berg and Brian Fleener. In row 12 will be Kenny McCurry and Sean Galligan. Row 13 will hold Alex Bann and Angel D'Souza. Row 14, Matt Smith and Philip Stiller. In row 16 is going to be Paola Gonzalez and John Worry. Then we've got Ben Stern and Steve Marsh, Doug Shears, Arnold Columbia. Then it'll be Anthony McCurry, James Bald, Chad Skinner, Jared Crocius making his first start in the Truck Series, being offered a number 83 Red Bull ride from Schwab Racing. And then we've got Anthony Nodder, Patrick Scroggins, Noel Stiller, and Vincent Marsh in a new paint scheme. He was picked up the sponsorship of Little Caesars for the rest of the season. So now, as we have shown you the starting lineup for today's race, let's take a look now and show you what the Chase for the Championship standings look like right now as we head now to our broadcast booth and our very special feature showing you the point standings in the top 15. Okay, so as you take a look at it, Adam Chambers only holds a slim 7-point lead over Brian Fleener, Angel D'Souza 11 points back, but you'll notice that we're really not looking at that as much as we are down around the 7th through 10th position, and then 11th through 15th. If you will notice, only 8 points behind 7th place Alex Filter is 11th place Philip Stiller. Daniel Schwab, Lisa Shears, Andrew Gonzalez, Matthew Rodriguez, they are all very, very close. Matthew Rodriguez is only 20 points back from 8th place in the standings, Mark George. So, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like the guys who could fall out of the standings could be from about 6th place Timmy Pacioli on down, and the guys who can get in to the chase could be anywhere from 11th to 15th. They have a chance to possibly get in, so we're going to be watching it very carefully today as we're going to see if Philip Stiller can race his way into the chase, or if Nick Eggleston, Matt Berg, Mark George, if they'll find some problems today and fall out of the top 10. We're going to be watching it all here. Let's go now to the green flag for the race here at New Hampshire. So, can any of those drivers down there in the top 15 be able to race their way in today into this race? Can any driver that is in the top 10 right now fall out with a bad finish here at New Hampshire? It's all going to be found out in just a mere 15 laps. Logan Wilson leads them down. Green flag is out. And look at Nick Eggleston. Boy, did he get a run. He's kind of shoving the one car of Adam Chambers, our points leader. Actually shoves him into turn 1, but it is Logan Wilson on that inside line taking over the top spot, and the caution waving already. There's a wreck there in the back around turn 1. Noel Stiller is one of those race cars. Doug Shears is another. And James Bald is also involved as Logan Wilson leads the way. Adam Chambers, our points leader, slides there into second position, and Logan Wilson is the leader under caution. Let's see why we might be under the caution flag. I see Doug Shears there, Noel Stiller, and James Bald. Oh, Vincent Marsh has got some damage, and there's Noah Cars involved. Oh my. Chad Skinner, Anthony Nodder, John Worry. I don't know if they may have gotten involved, but let's see why we're under the caution flag for the first time today. Well, this was coming down to the green flag to start this race. Things kind of getting bunched up here. Ben Stern, I think he might have spun the tires, and Doug Shears is right in the back of him. And McCurry right in the back of Shears. Skinner right in the back of McCurry. And Nodder right in the back of Skinner. It's pretty much just a log jam. Ben Stern did not get going. You can see he's got the sparks flying out there. I think there may have been a problem with him, but Doug Shears goes up the racetrack. James Bald there, and Noel Stiller got turned by somebody else back there. May have been by Vincent Marsh. Yeah, Marsh got some damage there. But then, further up, something else happens. And I want to say it occurs with the Noah Cars machine. Let's move up to the 03 of Noah Cars, who I believe was running up in the top 10 at the time of his wreck. Well, it's certainly bunched up here off turn 4. Look at this. Robert Band, Matthew Rodriguez, Andrew Gonzalez, Martin Zakal. They're all 4 wide. And Matthew Rodriguez kind of gets turned there, and then all 3 of them kind of turn the Noah Cars machine. Watch Mark George. He's trying to keep his championship hopes alive. Oh, he does make contact. I don't know if that's going to be a problem for that race car or not. We'll find out. Noah Cars, though, I think he's the only one that made contact. No, Mark George, I believe, did. Look at Crocious make his way by there. Patrick Scroggins does as well. But that's why we're under the caution flag for the first time here today at New Hampshire. Well, Mark George may still be in it. He runs 22nd position right now. He does still have that damage to the front end, so that may slow down his momentum, but we'll find out if that's going to be the case or not. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the way they line up for the restart. Logan Wilson, he'll start in first. Then behind him, points leader Adam Chambers. Adam Rose is there in third. Nick Eggleston is in fourth, and in fifth is Wyatt Johnston. Brandon Gonzalez runs in sixth. Christian Janes is seventh. Eighth is Daniel Schwab, and ninth is Timmy Patchouli, with Brittany Poe completing the top 10. 11th is Matthew Rodriguez. In 12th is Robert Ban. Michael Harvey runs in 13th. 14th is Andrew Gonzalez. 15th, Alex Filter. In 16th is Jake Cole. Brian Fleener is back in 17th. 18th, Martin Zakala. Kenny McCurry in 19th. And in 20th is Matt Berg as we move back up to the front. Logan Wilson set to get us back underway here. Green flag is out on lap 6 of 15. We've got a mere 9 laps to go to decide this race. How would it be for Logan Wilson to be able to go to victory lane here today in that 5 car? He's a go or go homer. It'd be kind of like Jake Cole back at Daytona in the Snickers Cup Series race. He ended up being a go or go homer and surprised everybody with a great run and a great finish. And the caution's waving again. This time it's going to be for Noah Cars once again. 83 car. Jared Crocious may have gotten a piece of it. Not certain. Oh! There's Vincent Marsh in the wall. Ben Stern, James Bald, Angel D'Souza gets a piece of it. Anthony Nodder, Matt Smith, Noel Stiller, a spin further up. And we are under the caution. Wow. Things kind of bunched up here in turn 1. But we're under the caution for the second time today. Let's see what's going on here. I think we had a few different wrecks here on lap 6. Well, things are just going from bad to worse for the Noah Cars machine. He restarted in the 22nd position. Here he is in 22nd, and it's just a little bit of a tap there in turn 1 and 2 from the Ben Stern machine, and there goes Noah Cars, and he's going to, at some point here, just get turned off the corner. There it is. Car snaps loose. But yet again, the 03 car does not hit anything, it doesn't look like. But nonetheless, he is going to be restarting, as far as we know, in the 41st position. There you see Jared Crocious. He's trying to whoa up, whoa up, whoa up. Does make a little bit of contact there. Not that much, though, but a tough break for Jared Crocious in his first start. Now let's see what puts us under the caution with a wreck over on the front stretch. Well, if you notice left side of your screen, Matt Smith and Patrick Scroggins both slapped the wall. John Worry, I think, comes up into Chad Skinner. That's indeed what happens. And Skinner goes around in front of everybody there. There goes Skinner. There's Ben Stern spinning out. Angel D'Souza makes some contact with Vincent Marsh. James Bald is involved. Anthony Nodder gets a piece of it. And then there's a wreck further up here, I thought. Yeah, someone's spinning. But I don't know who for certain. Can't really tell. Someone spun apparently, and they were able to save it, I guess. But a little bit of extensive damage for Angel D'Souza. That may be a problem. Matt Smith, James Bald, Chad Skinner, all involved here in wrecks. Jared Crocious as well in his first start. All caught up in different wrecks here on lap number 6. Alright, so here's the way they line up for the restart. We're going to possibly be going back to green flag on lap number 11. We'll see if the lights go out top the pace car this time or if they'll go out next time. As Logan Wilson still paces the field, Adam Chambers just continues to pick up some momentum here with consistent finishes. He is our points leader. He is in second right now, kind of pretty much picking up off the momentum like Steve Marsh does over in the Mobile One Cup Series. And the lights are out atop the pace truck, so let's see what the lineup looks like for the restart. Logan Wilson leads, Adam Chambers second. Rest of the top 5 is Adam Rose, Nick Eggleston, and Brandon Gonzalez. Then we got Wyatt Johnston there in 6th. 7th is going to be Christian James. Daniel Schwab in 8th. Timmy Pacioli is 9th. And in 10th is Brittany Poe. In 11th is Matthew Rodriguez. 12th is Robert Bann. 13th, Michael Harvey. 14th is Andrew Gonzalez. And Alex Filter runs in 15th. Jake Cole 16th. 17th, Brian Fleener. 18th is Kenny McCurry. 19th is Martin Zakala. And in 20th is Matt Berg. 21st is going to be Lisa Shears. 22nd, Paola Gonzalez. In 23rd is Mark George. 24th is Alex Bann. Arnold Columbia runs in 25th. 26th is going to be Sean Galligan. Anthony McCurry, 27th. 28th is Steve Marsh. 29th is Philip Stiller. 30th is Patrick Scroggins. 31st is John Worry. 32nd is Anthony Nodder. 33rd is Angel D'Souza. Noel Stiller in 34th. 35th is Matt Smith. James Bald is back to 36th. 37th, Chad Skinner. 38th is Jared Crocious. Then it's Vincent Marsh all the way back in 39th position. 40th is Ben Stern. And 41st is Noah Cars. Only one car out of the race. I believe that car is Doug Shears in the 50. Yes, it is indeed. So we're back under green on lap number 11. See if maybe we can have a green flag run to the finish. Look at Chambers starting to close in on Logan Wilson. He tried to make the move in turn 1, just could not do it. Wilson just a little too strong in that middle groove there in turn 1. Now, if we do end up having a caution, I'd be very surprised if we finish this race under the green flag. And I do think the caution is just waved again. It has indeed. And I think it may have happened all the way back here in the 5th position. Oh! Pacioli and Brittany Poe hit the wall there. But they saved it. But I want to say that maybe it was Brandon Gonzalez that got out of shape. Christian James is on pit road. I want to say it was Brandon Gonzalez maybe that the wreck started with. Wyatt Johnston's there. Jake Cole's on pit road. Let's see why we're under the caution flag. As Christian James, Jake Cole, they've all headed for pit road. And we'll see what the caution is out for. These guys actually were running up in the top 10 and top 15 when the caution came out. Well, here it is. They're coming off of turn number 2. Brandon Gonzalez on the high side. Wyatt Johnston stuck there in the middle. He does make some contact with the 52. Christian James there, a little groove lower, and Daniel Schwab is a lower groove there. But let's see where the contact starts. Does Wyatt Johnston and Brandon Gonzalez get together? They do. They kind of hit the wall there. But then also the 16 car gets turned by Daniel Schwab. Down into the fence he goes. Oh, wow. And then makes more contact with the Daniel Schwab machine. There you see Brandon Gonzalez getting a piece. Oh, Matthew Rodriguez rear ends him. We're going to take a closer look at that wreck there, but wow, what a wreck to possibly finish off this race. Christian James is toast, done for the day. But let's take a quick and better look at the Brandon Gonzalez Wyatt Johnston machine at that wreck. Alright, there's the contact. 14 car goes into a kind of a spin. 52 has nowhere to go. And look at Tim Pacioli. Wow! He just barely missed that. So did Brittany Poe. Oh, and nowhere for Matthew Rodriguez to go. That could be a big problem for him as far as staying in the chase. And there's Jake Cole. Alex Filter makes some contact there. Boy, Filter and also Matthew Rodriguez. Those are two guys that are down that might not be able to make the chase now with that little bit of contact. We'll see as we head back, see if we'll be under a restart to finish off this race. Well, we are on lap 14. Only car that's gone back to the garage area, I believe, is Christian Janes, so he joins Doug Shears back in the garage area. The only 2 trucks retired from this race, and I believe this race is going to end underneath the caution flag because they're going to come down, they're going to get the white flag. As you see, the lights are still on atop the pace truck. When they cross the stripe here, we'll see if they go out, and indeed they do not, so that will mean that this race will end under the caution flag. Logan Wilson will pick up his first win of the Season 1 Oreo Truck Series season. He outduels Adam Chambers, Adam Rose, Nick Eggleston, and how about a great top 5 run for Michael Harvey? He's one of those drivers that's trying to stay in the chase, and maybe we may see Robert Bann and Alex Filter in the chase. They finished in 6th and 7th, so that is quite possible that those 2 may be in the chase, may have been able to race their way in due to hardships today by drivers such as Vincent Marsh and Noah Cars, but we'll see if that's going to be the case. Nonetheless, it's going to be Logan Wilson with the win. His only win in the NNSCRA came at Daytona at the very beginning of the season in the Snickers Cup Series. Today, though, he goes to victory lane in the Oreo Truck Series. And I'm not certain where Wilson is running in the standings, but he is a go-or-go-homer. But still, this could really help him as far as the rest of the season to be able to get up into the top 35 and not have to qualify his way in. Checkered flag waves. It is Logan Wilson going to victory lane. Let's take a look now at the finishing order. So here's a look at the finishing order. Try and find yourself, see where you finished. A few drivers that really kind of came back. Mark George, one of them, he finishes in the 16th position. A great run for him to be able to come back up through the field. And how about Alex Filter? He got caught up in that last wreck, still manages to finish in the 7th position. So both of them may still be in the chase before all is said and done. We'll show you the rest of the finishing order now. Noah Cars finishes 1 lap down. Jake Cole will retire from the race. I didn't realize he went back to the garage area. So did Christian Janes. So did Doug Shears. Also, Vincent Marsh, he was in the chase, I believe. He finishes in 34th position. And then also we've got the car of Brandon Gonzalez, who was able to qualify his car in, but still finishes, unfortunately, in the 37th position. And also the car of Jared Crocious in his first start for the Truck Series finishes in 32nd. So that's the way they finish. And now let's show you the standings for who is going to be in the chase and who just missed it by a few points. Okay, folks, here we go. It's time to find out what 12 drivers have made the chase for the Oreo Truck Series Championship. A big thank you to AMP88 Godale, our points tracker, for getting these point standings done so that way we are able to present to you who is going to be in the chase and who just missed it. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go back, seeing what it was that the standings looked like before we headed into this race. Chambers, Fleener, D'Souza, Cars, Harvey, that was the top 5. Pacioli, Filter, George, Berg, and Eggleston, that was the top 10. You see the drivers that were outside. Here's the way it looks now as we transition into what the standings look like. There you see it. Chambers, Mark George is up to 2nd, Michael Harvey 3rd, Alex Filter up to 4th, Timmy Pacioli in 5th, and we're going to take a look now with the color coding system that we have here, see what drivers made it in, what drivers fell out. Here you go. Matthew Rodriguez and Robert Bann, they moved in. They were outside the top 10, moved their way in. Angel D'Souza fell out of the top 10. Also, Noah Cars, he's not even anywhere to be seen. I believe he was 16th in the standings now. Now, 2 drivers had to make their way in with wins. Lisa Shears will get spot number 11 with 1 win and being 15th in the standings. Now, who's going to be in spot number 12? It's going to be none other than Matt Smith, who won the Daytona opening race for the Truck Series. He has 1 win and is 21st in the standings, second highest of drivers with 1 win in this series. So this is the way it's going to look heading into the next race. Adam Chambers over Mark George, Michael Harvey, Alex Filter, and Timmy Pacioli. Then Nick Eggleston, Matthew Rodriguez, Robert Bann, Matt Berg, Brian Fleener just barely stayed in the chase, Lisa Shears, and Matt Smith. These are the 12 drivers who are going to duke it out for the championship for the Oreo Truck Series. Hope that you enjoyed today's race. Hope that you will tune in when we head next to start the chase off in Joplin, Missouri at Joplin International Raceway. For everybody here in the NNSCRA Studios booth, I'm Seth Cole. See you guys later. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, now merged with the NCG MRS.